Money is very closely connected with God, of course, directly, but it can also be the cause of alienation from God. There is an amazing power in money. I am amazed myself. Just when a person looks at a lot of money, he already has a desire to have a lot of money. This kind of influence, just if we see money or gold, the fever starts, if we see large amounts. And money has such spiritual power when it is used in sacrifice for God. That's when through such sacrifice, God is directly manifested. And such examples can be given from history. Francis of Assisi was a son of a very rich man. His biography is described in detail. His father was a very rich man. Francis gave up his wealth, became a beggar. Something happened to him. His father didn't understand. They quarreled a lot. His father threw him out. Francis left, freed himself from the bonds of wealth, and became a beggar, begging and serving Jesus Christ. That's the story. His friends, he had a lot of friends who were rich, young people, golden youth. He was that kind of person, the favorite, always in the spotlight. He was a friend like that. So they started thinking about how to bring him back. He always came up with something. Things happened to him. Let's bring him back. They came to him to bring him back on rich horses that were decorated in their rich clothes as always. Francis is barefoot building some kind of temple of stones. That's the story. And they said, Francis, let's live a normal life. Come back. And he looked and said, well, I'm living a normal life. This phrase was enough for all his friends. All his friends one by one left their rich houses and followed him, wearing tatters and building a temple. All of them. Because they realized that he was living a normal life, he had happiness. They were just shocked by it. Yes? How does a man give it all away? And when they gave it all away, renounced their wealth, so to say, they felt happy and danced and sang and walked like crazy. People were afraid of them. Some kind of enlightenment came upon them. By the way, in the Gita, it is said that the sacrifice of property brings enlightenment to a person. A great deep joy, enlightenment of life. Another life opens up before a person. Another sphere of life. We have a financial sphere of life. We live in the financial sphere of life. And there is another sphere of life, unknown to ordinary people who do not know anything about it and are even afraid. Everyone is afraid of losing money, right? But today we are not talking about losing money. Not about the example of Francis of Assisi, but about sacrifice, about the right use of money. We are not saying that everyone should throw away their money and become beggars now. We are talking about enlightenment of a different kind, that this money should be used properly. That will be the real enlightenment for everybody. And that's how we know God. It turns out to be connected to God. Because it belongs to God, money belongs to God, not to us.